Welcome to the Rhode Island Watercolor Society's Call for Entry Submission Instructions. Entries are now all done online. To enter online, go to your web browser. At the top of your web browser, type in our website, www.riws.org. Once you're on our homepage, look for the link for the call for entry in the middle column titled Exhibitions. That link will take you to Smarter Entry, where you can start to submit your entries. Here you have two options. If you're a first-time user, you can click the link that says Start Here to set up a new account. If you're a returning user, you can type in your username and password. Today, we're a first-time user. Let's click Start Here. If you've completed this process before, just ignore this part of the video. Smarter Entry saves all your information so you don't have to give your name, address, and phone number every time you submit a piece. But for those of you that haven't, go ahead and enter your first name, last name, address, and it's going to ask you for your email and password as well. Make sure you enter your email correctly, as this is how we contact people who have been accepted into our shows. Also, when you sign in again, your email address is going to be your username. Just be sure you have a password you can remember, or write it down somewhere so you can always look back. Now, if you're ever attempting to submit again and you've forgotten your password, don't panic. There are other ways to retrieve it. But save yourself some time and headache and write down your password somewhere else so you can always refer to it. Now, when you've filled out all your information and everything looks good, go down to the very bottom of the page and click the button that says Submit. Many computers will ask if you want to save the password that you've just created so that you don't have to remember it for next time. I'm going to click Not Now because I've written it down somewhere else. Now we're in your account page. There's a few things you can click on here. But for now, I'm going to click Log Out so you can see that first entry page again where we first arrived. Now we're a returning user. I simply just type in my email address, which is my username that I just created, as well as the password that I've just written down. Now when I've done those two things, I'll click Submit, and that brings me back to my account page. I'm now going to click on the show link that's in the Available Competitions column. So I click there. It asks me one question where I found it. I'm just going to say Call for Entry, and Submit, and then I can fill out all my information here. Now remember, Smarter Entry saves all your address and phone number, so you don't need to enter that again. But what you will need to enter is any promo codes you may want to use if you're an RIWS member. There's a little tab there for an organization donation as well, if you'd like to make a donation to RIWS. I'm not going to fill in my credit card information here, but when you do, click Continue at the bottom of the page. That's going to lead you to this page here. This is essentially a receipt page. But remember, you still haven't actually submitted your entry, so click on this link that goes back to your account page. Now, in the right-hand column, that's Registered Competitions, click the link that says Submit New Entries. This will take you to the Entry Manager page. Now this part's very easy and very straightforward and should only take a couple minutes. Click the big button that says Choose File. That's going to open up a window on your browser where you can select my image to my desktop, so it was very easy to find. That's going to start to upload there. You can see the blue bar moving. Now, I'm simply just going to enter the title of my piece. This can really be anything. The size of my piece. This piece I'm entering now is actually quite small. And finally, the medium. Watercolor, gouache, oil, acrylic. Just remember you're entering the size of the piece, not the size of the frame. You can see here, this is turned green, which means it's uploaded, and I can click Submit Entry at the bottom. Now there's a little note at the top that says that I've successfully entered a piece, and I'm really all set to go. You can see there's a little thumbnail of the piece there. If I go back to my account page, you'll see here that I've entered one of one entries. And there's a link there. If I want to submit more, I can. Now that's how you submit an entry to the Rhode Island Watercolor Society. If you still find you're struggling, give us a call at 401-726-1876 and we'll walk you through the process. Happy painting!